Good morning, world history students. This is Mrs. Belitsky again, and here are notes for Chapter 8, Section 4, Indian Society and Culture. Three features defined Indian society and trade during the Gupta period. The social roles defined by the caste and gender. They limited the roles for women. Also, cities were admired for their wealth and beauty. Foreign trade increased caused by cultural diffusion and the spread of Hinduism and Buddhism to Southeast Asia. Cultural diffusion is the blending of cultures. The Gupta rulers supported strict social order because they thought it would keep the empire strong and stable. Relationship between occupational groups was carefully defined because of the caste. It determined what jobs people could hold and how they should interact with others. It also helped define, simplify, and clarify responsibilities and relationships. It reduced conflicts, and groups could help each other. So when we look at this today, even though the caste supposedly is gone, some of these rules are still kind of evident in Indian society. And yet, even though they're separate, the different castes depend on one another throughout society. You know, one could not survive without the other. All right. The major cultural and scientific achievements of the Gupta Golden Age were as follows. A. Sanskrit, the literature and language of the Aryans. Religious temples, Buddhist temples with a stupa, which is kind of like a dome, and Hindu temples. The most impressive of the architecture were temples and statues that were carved out of rocks and cliff faces. Metallurgy, the science of working with metal. Indian iron was particularly valued for its hardness and purity. Advancements in mathematics. Indians were the first people to use the symbol for zero and also to use the Hindu-Arabic numerals, which we still use today. Medicines. Medicines came from plants and minerals. They could be used to inoculate against diseases by injecting small amounts of a virus, and they could perform simple surgeries. Astronomy. They were able to identify 7 of the planets in our solar system and could predict eclipses of the sun and the moon. Arahata correctly argued that the Earth rotates on an axis and revolves around the sun. He also knew that the Earth was a sphere and calculated its circumference. All right, that's all for today.